What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reacting to I never realized just how stupid Kamala Harris is. Let's get into it.
While Candice is here, I feel like I can count on you to be with me about impeaching Biden immediately.
I am 100% on board to Biden immediately.
Candice already impeached him.
I just have one. I don't want to get too caught up on technicalities. For what?
Don't be ridiculous. It's a ridiculous question. Doesn't matter. Just impeach him.
Impeach him and we'll figure it out afterwards.
You got to impeach him to find out what you impeach.
That's exactly how it works.
One thing about American politics that I've always found interesting is how divided these people are, because I do remember when Trump was president, such conversations would be happening from the left side, whereby you'd hear a lot about, oh, we should impeach Trump and how the process would go. And I think he was eventually impeached. So it's fascinating to see the tables turned at this point in time.
You guys want Kamala Harris so bad?
Honestly, I do. I think I do. Like I said before, I didn't realize how stupid she was. Like, I honestly, I was so focused on like the Trump versus Biden
You're allowed
thing
to say that.
she flew under the radar for me. And I am so impressed with her stupidity that I do want her to have a bigger platform. I do.
Also, Kamala Harris has this thing about Venn diagrams.
I love nuclear footballs.
Venn
My favorite being
Says
president, you just get nuclear footballs, and I love footballs, and I love nuclear.
Who doesn't love football?
And also, what's so bizarre
Both
is
the
like,
two circles and the three.
Yeah.
it's not bizarre.
Yeah, in the
What's
middle
fascinating
circle is
is
what matters.
how much Black America hates Kamala Harris. Like, it's incredible. Like, I mean, they just have to
I
make
would
her
think
go, I need more of her.
anyone at any risk of being lumped in or labeled on the basis of a Kamala Harris is going to hate her, and so that's going to be all women. That's going to be Black America. And if you guys have your way and win with impeaching Joe Biden, it will be all Americans who are suddenly being lumped in together with this.
She's just so unlikable. And every time she opens her mouth, I'm like, that was really dumb.
Well, my favorite thing, I do love the My Favorite Things tour. It's like Julie Andrews' My Favorite Things.
Yo, imagine this is a vice president of arguably one of the most powerful nations in the world being called dumb. Like, yo, some of the disrespect that Candice Owens shows, it's
Tour.
Yep.
It's like, dewdrops and
Raindrops on roses.
right, Venn diagrams.
Yeah.
School buses.
Electric school
When
buses.
the dog bites,
Outer
when
space.
Joe Biden sniffs. Sorry, I had to. It was
Actually, that was
right there.
related when she was at the DMV talking to like some random officers about outer space, like looking at North Korea. That
was my favorite.
I found that very relatable, actually. Like
This is my.
I do like her. I don't know.
It's my consolation tonight on Pennsylvania, because if things don't go well for Dr. Oz, if we have the majority in the Senate and Dr. Oz loses and John Fetterman wins, I know Republicans are going to be pulling their hair out. I do think it will be kind of funny. I will get a kick out of it because we'll get control of the Senate and I'll get pretty good content for like 6 years. So I'm not terribly upset about. Also, Dr. Oz is not a good candidate, but I know we have to be unified tonight. Go out and vote for Dr. Oz, but he just is not a good candidate. And so if we can keep control of the Senate and still get, Kamala as president and John Fetterman as senator, that's kind of
And that's
hilarious.
my pitch, because it's good for our shows to have content.
Yes.
And we need Kamala
They
Harris.
got rid of Tiffany Cross, and we do have to fill. Right? I mean, without Tiffany Cross, that's like at least 5 to 7% of my content.
Right, that's
on
what
a
I'm
regular
saying.
basis. So just a supply demand problem. I hear you.
Wow. Listen, like, what are my thoughts on this? I haven't really listened to Kamala speak. The times that I have, most of the stuff is I wasn't really agreeable with her. But at the end of the day, the one thing that I don't like about politics is how much it rides on race and gender, and it's never truly about what someone stands for or what they're pushing, what agenda they're pushing for. And then once they're in power, it's you cannot criticize them because of how they came across. So if someone runs on the fact that they were a woman, and then the moment you're like, hey, your policies do not work, they then say, oh, is it because I'm a woman or is it because I'm a Black woman? So I feel for Candice Owens, she's the only one, if you look into and pay attention to this, she's the only one who could criticize her and be like, oh, she is this and that and this and that because this is what she thinks of her. Because Candice Owens is a Black woman. So they can talk about the talk and they understand each other. Whereas I cannot criticize Kamala Harris because for some reason, her stuff has never really come up on my YouTube recommendation. So I don't really know what she said. So I cannot sit here and be like, yo, she's dumb or not. But I feel like for America, it would be a good story having a woman black president. But for me, I've never really felt that someone should get a role because of their race, gender, or whatever. You should get it because of the policies and how you help the nation move forward. So what I think is whatever she stands for, if she's able to sell that to the people, then if the people vibe with her and decide to vote for her, good for her. We'll be happy to see her become the president. I feel for these roles, you just really have to be competent. You know, you have to be super competent. It's not, we should not just put people in power because there's a disparity in terms of how many American presidents have been there. With that said, if anyone would like to show me some of the videos where, you know, can verify what Mrs. Owens was saying, I would gladly go watch. And if I agree, I'll let you know what I think of Kamala. If not, hey, let us know in the comment section. What do you think of Kamala Harris as a person, I guess, or as the vice president? Do you agree or not? See you in the next one.